She filled the tub with a blue bottle of Mrs. Stewart's bluing and a yellow box of Argo cornstarch. 1 hour later, her brown skin held a shine no bottle on the shelf sells today. You run a cabinet of body washes, and your skin still does not glow the way hers did. The thumbnail shows that blue water in a Saturday night tub on Beale Street. That tub is where this list begins. The first ritual down is the one the bath aisle quietly buried, and you already have most of it in your kitchen. Stay with me. Number 20. The yellow box of Argo cornstarch. She shook a yellow box of Argo cornstarch into the bath water for skin like silk. The black woman tipped Argo cornstarch from the yellow box into the warm tub on Lenox Avenue. The water went soft and milky against her brown skin. She sank her shoulders and her back into it for 20 minutes. The fine starch left a smooth, dry finish that no perfume powder could match. Her grandmother had no word for it. She had a yellow box and a tub. The cornstarch did the work that bath crystals 4 times the price claim now. The box stayed cheap. The skin stayed silk. Number 19. The small blue bottle of Mrs. Stewart's bluing. She poured a capful of Mrs. Stewart's bluing into the water for a shine on dark skin. The black daughter tipped a little Mrs. Stewart's bluing from the small blue bottle into the bath on Auburn Avenue. The water turned the faintest blue under the bathroom bulb. She soaked her shoulders and her arms in it for 15 minutes. Her deep brown skin came up with a low, clean shine when she rose. The women on her block passed the blue bottle hand to hand. Nobody called it a trick. It was just what you did before Sunday. The bottle cost pennies. The shine it left came back every week. Quick pause, one breath only. Everything on this list came from our women, the ones who knew and were never thanked. Your own grandmother was one of them. So stay close and subscribe to the channel. Thank you kindly. Now, back to the countdown. Number 18. The cashmere bouquet bar on the rim of the tub. She washed with bar soap on the body and never once let it touch her face. The cashmere bouquet bar sat in a dish on the rim of the tub in Bronzeville. The black woman ran it across her shoulders and her back. Her dark hands worked the lather low, along the arms, down the legs. The bar stopped at the jawline. It never went above. Standard soap of that decade sat at a pH near 9. The skin holds its barrier near 5. So the body could take the bar, and the face could not. The jar did not change. The lesson did. Number 17. The orange and white carton of Epsom salt. She poured Epsom salt into the hot water before she ever stepped in. The African-American woman measured 1 cup of Epsom salt into the steam on the south side. The water went cloudy and soft. She sat in it for 20 minutes, no longer. The magnesium in that orange and white carton drew the ache out of her shoulders after 6 days of standing work. Early research suggests warm magnesium baths ease sore muscles and calm the skin. Her grandmother had no word for magnesium. She had a carton and a tub. The result was the same. Number 16. The brown and gold wrapper of Palmer's cocoa butter. She never dried off all the way before the oil went on. The black mother stepped out of the tub in black bottom and reached for the cocoa butter while her skin still ran damp. Palmer's cocoa butter in the brown and gold wrapper went on in slow circles. Not on dry skin, on wet skin, with the steam still rising off her arms. The water sat in the top layer, and the cocoa butter sealed it in. Modern lines sell this now as damp skin layering. She did it with 1 stick and a wet towel. Number 15. The orange box of Arm & Hammer baking soda. She added a cup of baking soda to the water for the itch that summer brought. The black woman tipped Arm& Hammer baking soda from the orange box into the warm tub on Beale Street. Her brown skin had gone tight and dry in the July heat. She soaked her shoulders and her back for 15 minutes. The soda softened the water and eased the itch without a single steroid cream. Baking soda shifts the water gentle on raw skin. The orange box cost pennies. The relief came the same night. Number 14. The cool rinse on her deep brown skin. She rinsed her whole body in cool water at the very end, on purpose. The African-American woman ran the bath warm to open the skin, then turned the tap cool before she stepped out on Sugar Hill. The cold closed what the heat had opened. Her deep brown skin tightened and held a low shine under the bathroom bulb. She felt the difference on the back of her neck first. Warm opens, cool seals. She learned it as a rule before anyone told her why. The why arrived years later. On a back porch in Memphis, a glass jar of homemade salve caught the evening light. Here is the part the aisle does not want on the shelf. The global body care market runs past $100 billion a year. The bath additive shelf alone clears several billion. Bath salts, soap crystals, body polish, and shimmer oils fill an entire wall now. The black woman on Beale Street built the same result from a yellow box, an orange box, and a blue bottle. She paid under $1 for a Saturday night. The shelf charges $40 for the same idea. Number 13. The glass of buttermilk and the gray pumice stone. She softened her heels with a cup of buttermilk and a pumice stone every Saturday. The black daughter sat on the edge of the tub in Harlem with a glass of buttermilk and a gray pumice stone. She rubbed the buttermilk into the hard skin of her heels and let it sit. The lactic acid loosened the dead layer while she waited. Then the pumice took it off in slow passes. By Sunday, her feet were soft in her church shoes. The glass cost nothing. The smoothness lasted the week. Number 12. The coarse Martha White cornmeal in her dark hands. She scrubbed with cornmeal and a wet cloth when the skin needed waking. The black mother mixed coarse Martha White cornmeal with a little water on the south side. She worked it over her elbows and her knees with a rough cloth. The grit lifted the dull layer and left the skin bright. She rinsed it clean and her arms came up smooth. No microbead, no acid, no bottle. The cornmeal did the polishing that scrubs 40 times the price sell now. The bag fed the table and smoothed the skin both. Number 11. The small bottle of glycerin and rose water. She set glycerin and rose water on the shelf and used 3 drops after every bath. The African-American woman kept a small bottle of glycerin and rose water by the sink in Tramy. After the bath, 3 drops went into her damp palms and across her arms. The glycerin pulled water into the skin and held it there. Her brown skin stayed soft long after the tub drained. The bottle cost a few cents at the corner store. The softness it gave is sold now under a French name for $30. Number 10. The white tin of Johnson's baby powder. She dusted Johnson's baby powder along the collarbone before she dressed. The black woman reached for the white tin of Johnson's baby powder after her Saturday soak in Sugar Hill. A light dusting went along the collarbone and the shoulders. The powder kept the skin dry through the long church morning ahead. It carried a clean smell that no perfume had to chase. The tin cost a dime and lasted a season. The dry, smooth finish it gave is what setting sprays promise now. Number 9. The white jar of Pond's cold cream with the green lid. She pressed Pond's cold cream into her face the night before, never the morning of. The black mother dipped 2 fingers into the white jar of Pond's cold cream with the green lid in Bronzeville. It went on the face in slow circles at night. After the bath, never in the rush of morning, the cream sat on the skin through sleep and lifted the dust of the week. By morning, her brown skin was soft and clean for Sunday. The jar cost little. The glow it left could not be rushed. Number 8. The small bottle of castor oil at the bathroom sink. She rubbed castor oil into her scalp at the sink before she ever wet her hair. The black daughter parted her hair in rows at the bathroom sink in black bottom. A fingertip of castor oil went down each part line, slow, into the scalp. The thick oil settled the dry edges along the hairline and the temple. She did this every Saturday, before the wash, without fail. Castor oil carries ricinoleic acid, gentle on the scalp. The small bottle cost under 30 cents. Her edges held for 60 years. Number 7. The warm bath water on her deep brown skin. She kept her bath water warm, never scalding, and watched the clock the whole time. The African-American woman ran the tap warm on Auburn Avenue, never hot enough to redden the skin. Her deep brown skin stayed calm in water that warmed without burning. She soaked for 20 minutes and no more, by the clock on the shelf. Hot water past a point strips the skin of its own oil. She knew the line by feel long before a label printed it. Warm fed the skin. Scalding would have robbed it. Number 6. The satin scarf over her dark coils. She wrapped her hair in a satin scarf the moment she stepped out of the tub. The black woman tied a satin scarf over her hair before the bathroom even cooled in trim. The satin held the moisture in her dark coils through the night. Cotton would have pulled it dry against the pillow. Her hair stayed soft and set until Sunday under that scarf. The scarf cost $0.25 at the dry goods counter. The same idea sells now as a satin bonnet for 20 times that. Number 5. The cloth pouch of oatmeal steeping in the tub. She mixed oatmeal into a cloth pouch and let it steep in the tub like tea. The black mother spooned plain oats into a square of cloth and tied it shut in Harlem. She dropped the pouch into the warm water and let it steep. The water turned soft and milky against her brown skin. She pressed the pouch to any patch that itched or burned. Oats, calm, raw, and tight skin, gentle and slow. The handful of oats cost nothing. The colloidal oatmeal bath sold now runs several dollars a packet. Number 4. The tall glass bottle of Dickinson's witch hazel. She saved the last of the witch hazel for her face after every Saturday bath. The African-American woman tipped Dickinson's witch hazel from the tall glass bottle onto a cotton round and orange mound. She wiped it across her face after the bath, along the nose and the chin. The witch hazel tightened the skin and lifted what the water left behind. Her brown skin came up clear and even under the light. The bottle cost a few cents and lasted months. The toner shelf charges $20 for the same clear finish. A cast iron pot of greens simmered on the stove while the black mother let her bath run down the hall in Bronzeville. There is one ritual still ahead that ties the tub to the kitchen in a way that I'll never could. It is the cheapest thing on this whole list. It is the last thing she did before bed on a Saturday. And it is the reason her skin held a shine on Sunday that no soap crystal sells. Keep it in mind as we count down the last few. Number 3. The dark green pot liquor from the collards. She poured the cool pot liquor from the greens into her bath for the skin. The black mother carried the pot of cooled pot liquor down the hall in Bronzeville on a Saturday night. The dark green water from the collards went into the tub, vitamins and all. Her grandmother swore it fed the skin from the outside the way the greens fed it from within. She soaked her shoulders in it and rinsed clean after. The greens cost a few cents a bunch. The bath that came from the pot cost nothing at all. Number 2. The pale yellow jar of raw shea butter. She rubbed raw shea butter into the driest places straight after the bath, from one jar all year. The black woman melted a small bit of raw shea butter between her dark palms and black bottom. The pale yellow butter, no label and no brand, came from a jar her sister sent each spring. It went into the elbows, the knees, the heels, the corners of the mouth when the cold came. Raw shea carries vitamins and fatty acids that feed the skin barrier. She pressed it in slow circles until it vanished. The jar cost nothing because it came from home. The same butter sits in a frosted pot now for $80. Number 1. The Black Woman on Beale Street and her Saturday tub. She believed not one thing the bath aisle later told her was wrong with her skin. The Black Woman on Beale Street ran her Saturday bath with a yellow box, a blue bottle, and an orange box. This is the one. She did not soak to fix a flaw. She soaked to care for skin she already knew was whole. The aisle came later with a different message, that her skin was a problem with a $40 answer. She did not buy it. Not the crystal, not the premise. She had been raised by a woman who looked at her brown skin and called it worth tending. Not a project, not a before photo waiting on an after. Her skin at 60 held the same shine as her skin at 30. She never asked why. She just never skipped the Saturday tub. The yellow box and the blue bottle and the orange box worked together because not one of them was trying to fix something whole. The Epsom soak, the cool rinse, the cocoa butter on damp skin, the satin scarf, the jar from her sister. All of it was care, not correction. The bath aisle buried these rituals not because they failed. It buried them because they worked too well to need the shelf. The black daughter in Bronzeville still keeps her grandmother's glass jar. She fills it with shea butter she orders now. The same butter, a different lid. And she presses it into damp skin in slow circles, the way it was always done. What is the one thing your grandmother kept on the rim of the tub that you can still see when you close your eyes? Put it in the comments and tell me. If this brought even one Saturday night back to you, leave a like so more women find their way here, and subscribe so the next ritual reaches you. Thank you kindly for sitting with me tonight. The next video is already waiting.